All right, guys, drive 11. And my final thoughts on the game. We're just going to go ahead and do all this together. Drive 11, we bring in Dante Braswell. So obviously, we were really waiting until really late to bring in the subs. I mean, I think our subs could have been coming in the third quarter, getting more experience in, guys. O-line subs as well. I'm going to get into that again as we give my final thoughts. Joiners in on this. We see the play to Jalen Brooks again where he gets ISO'd and he makes. Woo! I'm telling you, man, Jalen Brooks is amazing. Him and Wells are our top two receivers, 100%. Especially at the wide out position, like wide out, not slot or whatever else. Those two guys at the wide out are. Joiner's in there at this point in the game as well, and what I'm saying, Joiner looks healthy, but he's playing in a backup role. I feel like Amarian Brown's kind of taking his reps. I see a play. One play goes to Joiner down close when we're getting close down to the end zone. Ends up getting blown up in the backfield. But you hear anything else, it's like, oh, Joiner just got hit hard. I kind of looked at that play the other way. The defender barely held on because Joiner's, sees the contact coming, kind of lowers the boom on the defender, and you hear a boom, like a clack where they come together. To me, the defender took the harder end of that impact. It looked like Joiner kind of laid the wood on him and almost broke the tackle, but the guy just basically held on to Joiner. I mean, it's what it looked like. He almost just drug him down by his legs and stuff. I think almost waiting for help to get there. It wasn't like he hit Joiner and knocked him off his feet. The announcer was right. There was a huge contact, but that was, to me, from Joiner delivering the boom, not receiving the boom. And so let's talk about that as I go into final thoughts and stuff on the game as far as from the offensive perspective. Joiner, if he's healthy, and he was healthy in this game, should have been getting the reps that Amarian Brown was getting. I come back to that. If for nothing else, for no other reason, okay, we're expecting to see Dak in a game performing well, making impact plays. We bring that guy in, and he has this incredible bowl game performance. 2 years ago or whatever, when we beat Georgia last, he was the QB that came in. He has impact value on this team. We're not seeing from Amarian Brown. Please put Joiner in these reps. If he's not as fast, I don't know. I'm sure, track speed wise, maybe he's just not as fast. He's freaking explosive. And he's just watching that one play. He's more physical. And we're talking about getting out physical and this and that, and SEC play and yada, 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 yada. Okay? Joiner is a physical player. I don't know who might be better at blocking or whatnot between the two, but if I had to guess, it'd be Joiner because he's a more physical player to me. And yeah, I'm saying that because we just watched this one hit, and that's not why I said that. It just, as I'm jotting my final thoughts down and we see Joiner at the end of the game, like I said, he put the boom on the defender. It just brought that idea back in my brain about Joiner and why he's not on the field. Because like I said, I could see how we were using Brown in the motions, but we never actually used the guy. They didn't hand it off to him. They kept faking jet sweeps and stuff, and we didn't give him the ball. Okay, so Joiner somebody we know we want to get the ball in his hands, and the crowd expects to see Joiner. The Gamecocks fans expect to see Joiner. I want to see Joiner in instead of Brown collecting those reps. I'm sorry, Marion. I don't know if the coach has made promises to you and stuff and whatnot. You're just not having an effect on the game right now. The bomb passes down the field haven't been working out. Now they're trying to send you on under routes. They're just not, I don't know, you're just not getting open or whatever. It's just not developing properly. I don't know. In the Arkansas game, I have to go back and look. I'm more than positive the first big bomb down the field was to you. It came up short. You could have made a play on the ball. You didn't. If that wasn't you, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that was you. The pass could have been better thrown, but you also could have come back to that ball. There could have been a play made on that ball, and you didn't make the play on the ball. I mean, even if you didn't catch it, you didn't battle for the ball properly right there. You know, if I'd have seen the proper battle in the proper position, the proper, paying attention to come back to the ball right there, and you didn't catch it, I wouldn't be saying so much about it, but it was more like, I just felt like it wasn't a great pass, but you didn't do anything great as a receiver either. And, somebody had brought up how, not every pass Connor Shaw throws down the field was a great pass. It was, receivers had to make plays. I'm not seeing Amarian Brown make plays. Tell you who's making plays? Jalen Brooks. Look at these diving catches that boy's coming up with. Look at these cuts and stuff he's got going on after the catch. We know Wells had a rough game. They Josh Vanned him. Okay, they Josh Vanned him. And or what we're saying was maybe happening to Josh Vann, and I'm going to get into Josh right now, but where they were covering him harder, and we were saying maybe that's what was going on with Vann. And I have a different perspective on Vann, because he's also just not coming in as much. And Coach Beamer said, whoever works the hardest, right? He was asked about Vann, and he brought up this, whoever works the hardest. I'm not saying Josh doesn't work hard or isn't working as hard, or whatever. It's like he didn't want to trash his player. Okay, Josh, I love this kid. I want to see him be really good, but I think he's having a hard time with the same thing I know about being a professional athlete and being a parent. And it's not easy because you miss things. You want to be there for your kid, and there could be a lot of stuff going on. You see Josh Vann lights up talking about his kid. I hope, man, if I could sit down in a room with Josh Vann and talk to him and get through to him, and if that was something that's going on with him, kids can be inspirational to you. Of course, it's like, I want to do this for my kid. Josh was already a football player before the kid came. He's not doing football for his kid. He was doing it for something he loved. And now there's something that came in his life that he loves even more. Okay, and that could be playing a factor in what's going on with Josh. He might just not have the same mindset he did before. And it could be hindering him being a parent now and trying to be basically a professional athlete. I know they're in college, but they're running a professional athlete's lifestyle, and so I can understand that. I have a child, and I get the sacrifices that you have to make. My very last fight, I had to fly up to Kentucky, and my kid's special needs, and all I do is worry about him all the time. If I ever leave him, I can't go anywhere. He's just not in my brain. And, I had thoughts of that going on while I was in Kentucky, I hadn't left my kid since he had been in my custody and whatnot. So I understand those things. Anyway, finish up, final thoughts. Spencer's going to have to play better on offense. He's got some work to do. I see a lot of talent there. Guys, honestly, stop blaming the O-line. O-line played well in this game. I counted less than a handful of plays that the O-line might have been to blame for. I have to go back really and look at all my notes, go back through and go, because anytime I was watching a play and I diagnosed the O-line, I would write O-line failed or something in big, bold, so I could see it. I haven't got but a few of those in my notebook. Okay, I haven't got but a few of those in my notebook. O-line played really well, guys. Okay, Spencer's going to have to step up his pocket game. The formations where we have, like I said, it's all receivers in the backfield didn't make any sense to me. We didn't see Jaheim in the backfield, except for one of those times it was receivers in the backfield, which I'm fine with or I'm not fine with. I mean, he could play fullback position, and he could still rotate out into tight end positions from the fullback. So I'm not sad if he comes in and plays fullback. On the up, there's not a lot wrong with the play calling, guys. And everybody's always on Marcus Satterfield and his play calling. There were some questionable decisions in play calling in key moments of the game, but the ball was moving forward. We did not have a lot of negative plays. Okay, we missed in some key opportunities, guys. Keep your heads up. Keep your heads up, because the offense is looking like it's coming. It's looking like it's coming. I know it feels like it was almost a step back from Arkansas. No, it's coming. It's coming. Offensively, we did really well in a lot of areas. The O-line is definitely held up now. 2 games in a row, guys. 2 games in a row. O-line is taking heat that maybe they shouldn't be taking. Keep supporting your O-line. Keep supporting your coordinator. He's got some stuff he's got to work out, but it's coming. That's it, guys.